Please leave a message after the tone.
You got 7 questions due. Your life is going down the tubes. What do you do when you need advice? This is where it gets good. Good night.
What am I fighting for?
So turn down the lights, pick up the phone and leave a message for the new crowd.
Welcome to another episode of Nude Clan After Dark. After Detective Pikachu.
Yeah.
I am your host, Caleb Schweiss.
Caleb Craig.
And Cameron.
And today, we are going to answer your juiciest, most hardcore questions. Let's start it off with...
All right, guys. So I've never been to a funeral before. Everyone thinks that's crazy. Well, I've never had anyone really close to me die to where I felt like I obligated to go to the funeral. But someone was saying, you know, it doesn't have to be in your immediate family to go. So a situation has came up to where someone that I used to work with, he was my supervisor. I left the job about 2 years ago. We used to carpool. His son has, who's a 25-year-old kid, has recently passed away, found dead in a lake. The service is this week, and I was wondering if that's something that I should go to. And overall, what is the rule for the degrees of separation on when you should go to someone's funeral? You know, should you go to coworkers? What if it's coworkers' family, a friend of a family, a second cousin, stuff like that? I'm interested to hear what your guys' opinion on this. I'm probably going anyways because the funeral is this week, and I won't hear your guys' answer till the weekend. But just curious what you guys think about it.
Yeah, I was going to say, our answer's not going to get to you in time.
Yeah.
But you mentioned that too, so.
It depends on how close you are to that person specifically, or their family, I would say. It sounds like you haven't talked to this person in, 2 years? If you left the job, if you're not in contact with them, then, I don't know, it sounds a little odd to be going to their son's funeral. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I'm not sure. I actually have kind of the same question about opposite, but I'll get to that.
Yeah, who do you invite to your funeral?
No,
how do you
that
determine
opposite.
who you're going to invite, you know?
So let's say you have a friend, sort of a friend, who's a few years older than you. You only hung out with him because, he was around the same groups. But later you start to become friends with him a little more. But not great friends. You just start talking. And then maybe a week or so later, he invites you to his 3-year-old son's birthday party. It's do you go to that?
Yeah, man. You get him a stripper.
I thought no, but apparently no is the wrong answer to that. So.
Oh, they were mad at you for not going?
Yeah, he hasn't talked to me since.
Yeah, there have been cases like that at work where people have told me of similar situations where they were invited to it and they said it was super weird. I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, that's an odd.
I mean, it seems like an odd thing.
Where
to
did they
invite
go?
Somebody to a 3-year-old.
I mean, did they go to
That's
Top?
what I
Did
thought.
they go to Top Golf or what?
His house.
Why would they go to a Top
with
Golf
all the
for
other
a 3-year-old
preschoolers?
birthday?
It's not like I had a 3-year-old kid to bring. It was just hey, I'm here for you.
You should have just borrowed a 3-year-old, just for you.
Rent a toddler.
Yeah, rent a toddler. I've used that.
I'll let you borrow my nephew.
Oh God, no, nope.
Yeah, rent a cretin. No, I'm just kidding.
But let's take it back to the gravity of that. When this is I think funerals are a little more solemn, a little more respectful, reserved. And so stopping by for 10, 20 minutes to show you don't have to, be there for the full services, the burial, because that's more family. But for the viewing, maybe you could attend just to say, hey, just to show them your support. That's 10, 20 minutes.
And stuff.
You don't have to stay around unless you're asked to. I mean, the family's obviously very busy that day, and you're just there to, show your brief support of your friend.
Yeah.
And I feel like a funeral is a little more professional, or not professional, a little more
It's less weird, even though it's totally weird because there's the dead person there.
Well,
there's a lot of there's probably a lot of dead people there.
I don't think it's weird if you know the person.
Yeah, and if they're comfortable enough to invite you, you should probably go.
Yeah, definitely.
That's what I would say. Unless they're one of those people that like spams everyone and tries to invite everyone to everything.
Yeah. If you know the person and you're friendly with them, they're your supervisor, you carpooled, right?
Well, it would also depend on if you were actually invited or not.
Yeah.
Too.
So I would go.
That's true, yeah.
Because you're dressing up. It's not like a party. It's you're paying respects to that person and you're showing your support for an acquaintance. So I feel like going to an acquaintance is, if death in their family, they invited you to a funeral, that's totally fine.
Yeah.
That's it's more than okay for you to show up, show your support, and then leave when it's appropriate.
Yeah, just feel it out, and like when it's time, it's time. You'll know. Mm-hmm. Although maybe not, because you don't know whether or not you should go. But.
And that one brief moment of support and respect that you showed your coworker, your supervisor, may help you down the road later when they go, hey, I know that guy. That's a great guy. Might get you a job later. Might. I mean, that's not the point of you going, but being that type of
funeral.
If you ever decide to,
it could be a title of a book.
If you ever decide
at a funeral,
networking at
by Cameron Wilson.
And, and there may come a time where he might be DTF and you decide to go gay. Just like, fuck it, man. I'm a slob. Like, men are disgusting. I might as well just be fucking gay because it's easier. All right. I've talked to people and they've said this is true. All right. I have my sources.
Wait, what?
I have contacted numerous gays. No, it does. It does, yeah.
Because there are gays who are very much...
very picky.
Very picky and very, very certain. It just depends on the person.
I think what the person I'm talking about said, that if you are willing to stoop, you can get anything.
That's true for anyone.
Yeah.
I don't know. Is it though? Like, women are there's just something there, man.
I think
I don't actually know. Never mind. No, there's not.
I think nice
He's
backtrack.
Right. I was just thinking back, and I was like, okay, no, yeah, okay, he's right. It's anybody.
Yeah, it's true for anyone, anywhere.
Yeah, no, but if you, if that might happen, keep that person in your life. Like, just you never know. You never know. And it's just, I don't know. For me, like, I went through this phase where I was like, man, I kind of want to be feared, But then no one
kind of want to be gay. I thought that's where that was going.
I went through this phase where I'm like,
after that
I kind of want to be like pinned down and fucked in the ass.
Like we told, you several times.
Phase.
Like we told you several times twice. Just only support you.
It was a brief phase where I was like, I just kind of want somebody to tie my hands behind my back and fuck me in the ass.
I kind of want to be dominated.
Yeah.
I can't help you with that, but that's something you want.
Maybe I'll make it like I'll get like a Middle Eastern fetish. I'm like, you know what? It's been a while since we've been fucked by the Middle East. 9/11 was almost 20 years ago now. Like, I think I'm ready to get fucked once again. Boom. But it was a very brief phase.
Okay.
And that boom.
I remember.
Time.
Yeah, boom. Yeah.
Did you really realize that?
Yeah, I did actually. No, but
Wow. Okay. I don't even want to touch that.
I feel like I don't know. I feel like if you are invited, though, you should go.
Yeah.
It's just.
I mean, again, funerals it's more again, it's not like such a very close personal thing unless they invite you to somewhere afterwards to the burial and stuff. I feel like that's more personal. But for the viewing and the services to remember that individual, that's a service. That's more of a public type thing. And then just showing up to show your support is perfect. It's just fine. You don't have to stay there for too long. But there's nothing weird about it.
I think you're right about the birthday party thing, though. That is kind of weird.
A little weird.
It's like, because you're like, should I bring another child? Like, I don't.
All right, how long did you know that person before they did that?
So that person was 2 years older. Still is. He hasn't died or anything. I don't think he has. 2 years older, and so through high school and stuff, he was like part of the older kids group. But he was really he was the type of guy who's nice to talk to, funny, works well with, I guess, the kids who are younger than him, kind of like a role model type guy, right? And then as time goes on, I moved, they moved, but we found each other randomly again at some point. Can't remember where. We decided to meet up for lunch. We started talking. He was actually in the food delivery business where he would take food and stuff to stores and, fill their shelves. And so since you did that, I knew a lot of what goes on behind the scenes with selling shelf space, or they're actually actively trying to get the store to pick up more of their stuff because they're trying to, get more shelf space in the store.
Right.
Yeah. And so I could speak to that. And so we were just having, fun talking about businesses and whatnot. And we started playing more on PlayStation 2, but I only had really met him, met up in person again with him that one time. And it's like a different, more like we're on the same level type thing instead of him being older, more wise type of thing. Like life had, even the scales for both of us type of feeling. And so I feel like he didn't have as many friends as he used to. And so he kind of wanted, I guess, he felt it was nice for him to have someone he could talk to and understand and just, be an adult type of friendship type of thing going on. So I get this invite to his son's birthday party. I'm like, I guess I could swing by and drop a present off, but that'd be super awkward. So I just said I didn't RSVP to that, and he stopped inviting me to PlayStation parties. So.
Yeah, maybe he's like how I am sometimes. I'll be like, man, I like with James, the guy who I do Schweiss and Johnson with. Mm-hmm. I was at work. I was like, man, I James and I have tons of stuff that we talk about, but he's not really he doesn't. I'm like, man, James needs
listen
to be.
To this?
No, he doesn't. He needs to be.
Is he going to knock on the door in a little bit?
No, he needs to be more into me as a person, and it bothered me that he wasn't like DTF in a way. It's like I was like, why are you not you know what I mean? You just find people that you want to be friends with, and they're like, no, I don't have any room for any more friends. And I'm like, fuck you. Your other friends are shit. I'm way better than they are. Just fucking clear a spot. You can have a 5-man roster and boot your drummer, fucking your bald drummer. I'll be your bald friend. Come on, And do you never have that? Do you never have that where it just bothers you that someone is just okay with you being
no.
just somebody I talk to every once in a while.
I've never felt a burning desire
jealousy
or need
over someone else's friends.
It's not jealousy. It's
to
just
become someone's
it
friend.
is jealousy, dude.
No. It's because I want them to be I want to be their friend.
I'm
but
much
they
more
don't
of the
want me to be.
opposite, where I'm like, well, if I can tell you don't want to be my friend, I'm like, well, okay, well, fuck you. I don't need to be my friend either. I just live my life. I don't grovel to get someone's time devoted to.
No, it's not about the time. It's not about the time. I mean, it is sort of about the time, but not physically here. And I won in the end because he does a podcast with me now. But
did you win?
I don't think so.
Exactly.
It still feels like a loss because he's just like, all right, I'll see you next week. Just fucking bolts out. Okay. I'm pulling out the cribbage board, and it's just sad music, Do, 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 do.
I think it's because you're too obsessed with cribbage.
Yeah. Nobody wants points. Are you fucking nuts?
That word is apt, Craig. Obsessed. I think that's that might scare some people, Schweiss.
Yeah, well, it just bothers me that there's just people that are like, oh, hey, how's it going, man? And it's a 2-second thing, and then it's over. And I'm like,
and sometimes
I
that's
see you
what
all day,
is.
every day. Why can't you fucking talk to me more? And they just don't want to. Bugs me, man. It bugs me.
Yeah. Well, it would. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Especially if you think that person is cool and they don't seem to make time for you, and you do want to get to know a person better. I guess it's kind of hard to start new friendships now that we're adults, because it's shown that once you enter your 20s, late 20s, that your circle of friends gets smaller a little bit and starts to solidify who your friends are for the rest of your life. Not saying that you can't break out of it, and you probably should. But I guess some people just aren't ready for your friendship.
How many of your coworkers listen to this?
A lot of them now, actually. I whore myself out all the time, dude. The other day, it was all about.
Kent did mention something like that to us at one point.
Yeah. No, seriously. I'm like, hey, do you guys? What are you listening to right now? You're like, oh, just a podcast. I'm like, oh, what's it about? I'm like, oh, well, I do podcasts too. Occasionally, every once in a while, I'll get behind the mic myself.
Yeah.
It's like, you should listen to this, and then they do, and then I'm like, you should try out Audible. That was the thing last week. I was like, so what are you listening to?
You should go to our Audible trial.
I told that to like 3 people last week. I'm like, you should try out Audible. And they're like, oh, I don't know if that's going to be for me. I don't want another subscription. I'm like, I got a free trial link if you want to. I can hook you up with a free Audible trial if you want to, audibletrial.com/NudeClan. It's already set up for you. You could try it out, and if you don't like it, you don't like it. And you just bada boom, bada boom. You just try it out once, and it's over. Yeah, I don't think anyone's done it yet, but I'm making headway on these people. It does bother me though.
Well,
and it bothers me that I don't get invited to funerals.
Maybe, Schweiss, what you should do is work on yourself some more and be happy. And then once you're happy, you'll attract other people that you want to be attracted to.
No,
you can start your relationship from there.
I am happy, but it's just those ones that like, there's only been like 2 or 3, and it just bothered me. It's been like
the ones who just don't seem to need.
Yeah.
The ones who got away.
Yeah, and I'm like,
You're on White Buffalo.
I've had so many great moments. Like, there was the time where James, after the election, he was like, wow, these people are freaking out, when Trump won. And I was like, and this is my famous line, like, how could you not want to hang out with me after this? Because I was like, yeah, they're all just a bunch of pussies. And then like 3 seconds later, I lean over to him and I'm like, and they're just mad they finally got grabbed. And like, it was beautiful, and he laughed his ass off, and I laughed my ass off, and then it was still like, nah, yeah.
And he didn't start making out.
No, we didn't. Yeah, he didn't start sucking my dick. So I was like, what the fuck, man? Was that joke was like a 9? That's like a fucking that's like a groupie top off instantly joke. But no,
I think I see several things going on here.
Be my groupie, James. Be my fucking groupie.
Wow.
And invite me to your family's funerals.
I don't think you beg groupies.
No, you don't. That's
shit, you're
point.
right. Oh, fuck. Yeah, you
get in
trouble
that's what I'm telling you.
You get in trouble for begging them to be groupies. But if they're already groupies, it's fine.
Yeah.
They're not real people, though. Remember to tell yourself that. In your moments of doubt. They're not real people.
There's so many things going on here. But funerals, yeah.
Yeah, now funerals aren't real people either.
All right, how about that second message?
Yeah. Oh, real quick, though. Do you guys want to get buried or do you want to get cremated? Or whatever. What do you want done with your body when you die? Have you thought about it?
Like, I don't know. I mean, the only person who'd probably care what my decision would be is my mom, and hopefully I'm put in the ground long after she is.
Yeah.
I mean, the way things are going, that's probably going to be the thing. So, I don't know. So I know she would probably want me buried, but she won't be around to raise a stink about that. But
yeah, I don't know, man.
I'll let one of you guys flip a coin for it.
All right, then let's
wait till I die
right here.
Flip the coin.
I
want it to be a surprise.
Should we make our if I die pack thing here on air?
Yeah, I mean, I am a donor, so they can have my organs. And I don't know. I kind of just want to get burned. I don't want to really have a grave, It's like, it just seems odd.
You can also do the...
you want to be a vase forever in the family.
You can also do the tree plant thing.
No, I've thought about my version of the tree plant. It's a tomato plant instead. And so they're like, oh, Grandpa tastes extra delicious this spring, because like they've got me in the little pot and I'm fucking coming out tomatoes. And it's just like got the Schweiss chin, the fucking tomato chin, and the granny lips. Like,
no.
Grandpa, you're extra delicious this spring. And they just every year they just pour a little bit from my urn into the fucking tomato plant.
What if it was a banana plant?
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
And
Except for it'd be my family.
And then your wife is eating you the rest of your life.
Yeah. I'm like, blowjobs even into the afterlife. Fuck yes. Yeah, that's what I want though, a little tomato plant Schweiss. I've thought about it for years now, and I think that's what it's going to be.
A tomato plant?
Yes, a big fucking tomato plant. Yeah, it's gonna taste like vodka a little bit. It's gonna have like a little alcoholic aftertaste. Children can't eat it.
You wouldn't want to go into like hops or something else.
Something fucking bitter.
Yeah, make a Schweiss brew of of ale or something.
Yeah, from my remains. It'll be like sourdough.
Oh no, what we could do? Okay, no. So hops, right? And the beer label is Schweiss's hops, and it's you holding a sprig of hops, 2 hops, just your little balls hanging out, and it's just strategically placed on your crotch. And Schweiss's hops, extra bitter.
I like that. Yeah, we could put my remains into a hop crop and fucking brew my ass up. Yeah, something like that though. Something like really weird.
You're gonna go with coffee beans?
No. I don't know. If technology makes it so you can shoot my fucking ashes to Mars, then do that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you would go to Mars if you had the option.
No, exactly. I signed up for it already. I'm just waiting for them to give me the call any day.
Yeah, I signed up for this balding thing on Facebook, but that's about all I've done. I think they called me. I'm kind of mad that because I got a weird call and I answered it and like I accidentally hung up on them.
What'd they say?
They were asking for me, and then I was like, oh, hey, well, hang on 1 second, and then I like just hung up. I don't know why. I didn't mean to. Yeah, I was like, oh my god, all that porn.
Yeah, think of what your head of hair would look like now if you actually took that call.
Well, I see, and I'm worried though.
It's funny how life diverges like that. Just one small moment changes your life forever.
Yeah. Well, I'm also wondering, like, what if like the fucking thing they were the like thing they're testing just makes all of my hair fall out. Like I look like I had cancer, I got chemotherapy.
They'll probably give you $1,000 and say, there you go.
Sorry. And then I'd be like, well, at least I'm totally bald now. I don't have to shave it, I just don't have any facial hair or chest hair anymore either, so. I mean, I don't know if it would do that, though.
Chest hair I'm not so annoyed about, but if it made the ball hair go away, I wouldn't mind at all.
Yeah, would you sacrifice the beard for it, though?
Oh, fuck no.
Yeah, exactly. See?
My beard's part of me. I mean, the whole reason I really started growing my beard is because my hair grows back into my skin before ever. So if I shave close enough to where the hair is slightly below skin level, my hair will curl still inside my skin and just grow inwards.
Yeah.
And it's not just like 1 or 2. It's like the whole fucking underside of my chin is just fucking a forest of ingrown hairs, and it's fucking ridiculous. And so that's why I decided never to shave again.
Yeah, I remember that.
Just trim.
It was nasty. It's horrible.
So
looking.
bad. I would pull hairs this long out of my neck,
and it just itches super fucking bad too.
Yeah, I'm 100% good shaving. So
yeah, there you go. Go to the funeral. All right, let's see what else we have. Okay, good. This one's a repeat color.
Hey, Nude Clan. It's A4 Extreme. I called in and asked this question like a couple months ago, but I don't remember it ever getting answered, and you guys said you needed voicemails, so I guess I'll just try asking again just in case, but if you already answered this one, just disregard this voicemail. People who follow me on Twitter know that I do art, and it's not exactly paying the bills, but I've heard tell that if you do art for furries, that they are willing to pay a lot of money, and it might actually help me make fat stacks. So I guess my question is, should I sell my soul to the devil in order to make a big fucking payday? Because it seems like these extremely generous degenerates are my meal ticket, but I don't know if my soul can handle that kind of damage of doing furry art. I don't know. If you were in my situation, what would you do? Because it really is just a question of, like, should I sell the fuck out? Anyway, love the show. Hope you guys have a good one.
A4, talking to you, I'm surprised you're not already doing it.
All right, so, really?
I mean,
he has standards, dude.
Yes, he has standards.
Where?
But he has an alternate identity as well.
Well, I know. I was going to say, he can make his own persona, right?
Oh.
And then sell his soul on that separate.
So it's like the only way that would make sense is like if he actually split his personality into a persona.
It's like he's like putting that horrid.
Can't believe you made me say that word.
Horrid idea into a box, and then he just like never touches it unless he needs it.
Well, I've seen art of his that was furries. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Haven't you seen?
I have to go back through his alternate identity in Facebook.
Oh, yeah, I feel like I have. So, like, why not? I mean, if it makes you money and you want money,
well,
sometimes you got to do the dirty.
Yeah, I mean,
my
uncle wants to paint.
Art is a hard way to make money. Art has always been really hard. I mean, I think people all the time ask themselves whether or not they want to make fat stacks but sell their dignity at the same time. I mean, look how, there's so many different industries that do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, my uncle wants to paint, but he can't make money, so he makes cabinets instead.
He
didn't sell a soul, he just made it so that he could feed himself.
Is an artist and a sculptor. Really good.
Your metal uncle?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Have you seen some of his stuff?
No, I've never seen it.
It's ridiculous. He's awesome.
The Baldwin?
Yeah.
Okay.
He does a lot of horror art, and that's what he likes. He's done some...
Horror or horror?
Horror.
Okay.
That's his genre that he likes the most.
That's too bad. Okay.
You should see some of the stuff. He's done art for like local films and stuff like that. It's just really hard to really make a break in that type of field. You can go into graphic design, but everywhere has graphic designers.
Yeah.
You can make a living doing it if you keep trying. The only question is, yes, you can do this. Yes, you can make fat stacks, but is it like fat stacks for you now, or is it fat stacks compared to an actual career you can get in graphic design? Because the internet's the internet, and someone will eventually connect the dots and connect the art back to you at some point. That could be a thing. Do you want that ever cropping back
make
up?
A portfolio for that kind of thing.
Portfolio for your furry porn.
Well, I mean, you wouldn't
I don't think
necessarily have
that's-
to
And
do
then
commissions, but
I guess that's just more of a question for
any amount of art
answer.
that you have to do will generally just increase your skill. And
So the
and
one
then-
thing is he
and
has
then,
his
don't do anything for free unless it's for us.
furry art. You have your furry art for your alternate personality and your actual art that you're working on for your real personality, and you just don't let those two collide. You don't let those two worlds get together.
Yeah, it's like the singles on the album versus like the meat.
I don't know. If I was that talented, I don't know. I don't know if I was that talented and I knew I could do the work and it just wasn't getting the kind of traction I wanted. But then it's the same. I think it's the kind of the same thing of those people who started making the 3D Overwatch porn because they could do that and it makes fat stacks, and they're obviously great artists because it's believable. You look at it and it's like, yeah, those look like the Overwatch characters. But they just found a way to make money doing it. And there's people out there who'll pay you a fucking ton of money to do that.
Yeah, people want that.
If you want that
if you start doing it and it hurts your soul, then you can always stop.
It's true, yeah.
True. And I think he...
Just don't ever come to depend on the dirty money.
I think the person you need to ask to see if it's okay is your significant other. That's the person you should ask.
Well, I mean, yeah, but also
for A4.
yourself.
His self, too. But your main support system should be approving of it at the same time.
Well, I mean, he already does, like, not safe for work stuff.
Well, yeah.
So, and she seemed to be fine with that. But I don't know.
Just ask her. That's
does she?
Because I can't answer that.
I honestly have no idea. I've never had that kind of personal conversation with A4.
You got to stay up later, Craig.
When
you tuck her out, that's when A4 comes out of his shell.
I don't know
A4.
His timeline is faster than ours.
His timeline? What is it? His half-life is fucking...
No, the time zone.
Oh,
he's
ahead.
He's like 2 hours
He's
ahead.
2 hours ahead.
Yeah.
So my work schedule...
When I get off at like fucking 2 a.m, he's already long gone.
My work
off
schedule
PSN,
is East Coast time. So I'm actually... But I don't think he works... I think he works a job.
How the fuck is your work schedule East Coast time?
Because I get into work at 7 and I get off at 3:30.
So you're 9 to 5.
My 9 to 5
okay,
is 9 to 5 on the East Coast.
Yeah, but what you said didn't make any sense.
My work schedule.
I mean, if his company is based,
my work
there,
schedule
then
is
they would have a
also
consistent thing.
Eastern time. I start at 8:30 p.m. and get off at 6:30 a.m.
I'm just saying, my work schedule makes it so I am at work and doing work at the same time as people on the East Coast.
Normal people, yeah.
And so that's why I'm off work at the same time most of our listeners on the East Coast are. So I can hang out with them more.
That's true. But
that also means I should be going to bed at like 9:30, 10 o'clock our time.
Yeah, that does not happen. I would do it. I mean, I don't know. if it becomes too much, I mean, just like when I did Super Sexy, it just became too much. It wasn't necessarily my soul, it was just too many podcasts, and that was the least important one to me, so I cut it. So if it becomes unimportant or if it becomes wrong feeling, I guess, just stop doing it. But if it's something you want to try out, I don't think there's any shame necessarily. I mean, you're already playing with the idea.
It's the internet, and the only risk. I mean, if you are okay with drawing that and then making money off of drawing that, then do it. I mean, it's your decision. I don't see why you should feel like your soul is being sold away by doing something that you can make money. I mean, yeah. Well, take that back because there's a lot of things that your soul can get sucked away.
Yeah,
by
I was
going
gonna
for money.
say there's some things,
but I feel like. I mean, you can just look at it as art, and you're not. I don't know. It's a complicated question. I don't think I can answer, but I think you should be the one to answer for yourself and your significant other.
Yeah. Set up a Patreon and go for it.
Test the waters. But once you're hooked,
chum the waters. That's what you gotta do. You gotta chum it.
I mean, actually, is he contributing to furryism by doing that?
I mean, he would be, yeah.
He's helping
because people would be buying the pictures of their fursona. I hate that word, by the way, and I'm pissed off that I'm using it. But
I thought you guys were trying to say persona this whole time, and I was like, "What are you saying?"
No, it's themselves as a furry. Like it's weird. People make a different thing. For
just get into real porn.
Yeah. Like I would prefer that. It's more normal.
I guess.
Why do we assume that it's going to be furry porn right off the bat?
Why wouldn't it be?
I mean, what I know of furries, I don't imagine it could be anything else.
I don't know.
It's such a bizarre thing, isn't it? It's so weird. Like you want to fuck as animals?
It's like I feel like it only exists because bestiality is illegal.
You think so? So legalize bestiality and we destroy the furries.
You know,
kind of like the
who we can really blame for that?
PETA?
Disney.
Oh, I was gonna say PETA.
It's like the cartel. You want to cripple the cartel. You make drugs legal.
Making that Space Jam movie and Lola Rabbit, and then we get movies these days like Zootopia. Kids just don't know what to think once these cartoonists start sexualizing animals.
No, they know what to think.
Yeah, they know what they're doing.
And that's why they're furries now.
Obviously, that's a sarcasm tag to that, but
yeah, I don't know. I'd just do it if you want to.
That's exactly what it boils down to. We can't give you an answer.
Just like the furry thing. Do it if you want to. If you want to be a furry, be a fucking furry, man.
Well, I mean, I don't think he'd be a furry.
No, I mean, I know, but like if
I don't,
and if you find out you're not furry enough to be a furry, then don't fucking be a furry anymore.
Turtle enough for the Turtle Club.
Yeah.
Oh, man, that movie is so terrible, but I still enjoy it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hard question. Figure it out.
Well,
yeah.
We got one more. I mean, we could do it or we could just wait.
Let's do it. I mean, they send us the voicemail and they want to hear an answer to it.
First timer, so let's see if it's actually a fucking call.
Hey guys, so I'm a janitor and I'm the only female that works with a bunch of dudes, and we just got this new guy, and the very sight of him drives me fucking crazy. He's a total creep, gives me the willies, and I've already straight up told them, like, look, I've got a boyfriend, like, fuck off, basically. But he still, like, brings me coffee, and it's just weird, and I don't know what to do. So, could you guys give me some creative ideas of how to fucking tell this guy off? And has this ever happened to you? All right, thanks. Bye.
All the time.
Well, as the most sexual being here, no, it doesn't. It never happens.
No, see what happens.
Though
to
it
Craig
should.
Is
It's very different, though.
They lead him
when
on
it comes to
making him think they're heterosexual when in fact they've been trying to find themselves. And Craig is like he's the great shepherd of homosexuality. I've realized Craig is. He brings you to realize what you truly are.
Am I the homosexual messiah? Is that what you're saying?
You're the fucking homo Jesus. That's what you are, Craig.
That's very beautiful, Craig. You allow people to realize themselves in a safe place and not feel guilty about it.
Yeah, it's a beautiful fucking thing.
But this is a very different situation.
Yeah,
where
this is
guys can be really fucking creepy, and guys can be. Yeah, it's just. Even though if you've told him off once and even twice, and he's still coming after you, this is a different situation. Yeah. You cannot accept any of the kindness from him, because then he'll start to kind of, well, you owe me because I've been nice to you type of thing.
Yeah, dudes will also take your kindness as a misinterpretation of flirting and
it's hard because
romantic feeling.
You're all working together at the same place, and when you have a coworker like that, I don't know what your HR department's like.
But yeah,
this is a very
if it becomes a
situation.
problem, the HR should get involved, or someone that you can't tell about, because that sounds
there's that type of person out there that will just see this as a challenge, and you can tell them 100 times, "I'm not interested in you. Please stop bringing me stuff." They'll just go, well, they'll try harder because of that. They just will not get them. It's like the opposite side of Schweiss and his story of him becoming obsessed with these guys he wants to be friends with.
Yeah. I mean, don't take the coffee, or if you kind of have to, give it to somebody else.
Yeah, I'm the guy trying to give you the coffee. Like, just be my fucking friend, man.
I don't know. It's if you have a weird feeling around this person, you have that feeling for a reason. Don't ignore that.
Yeah.
Hold your janitor equipment in a threatening manner.
I don't know. It's hard when you work with that person. I guess just do your best never to be alone with that person. And I mean, it seems like it's mean, but this person's not. You can tell when a person's being kind just to be kind, or when a person is being kind because they want something from you. And from what you've said, it sounds like it's the second type. It's just this person who's a creep, doesn't understand what you're trying to tell them. Yeah, it's a hard situation to be in. Just try not to be alone with the person, and then I would definitely voice your complaints with your HR if you have one, which you should.
I feel like if
they keep bringing you coffee and stuff, and you've told them you don't want that kind of thing, then you should inform someone, because that's technically, by the work laws, that's sexual harassment. So
I mean, sort of.
It's
giving people
sure.
gifts and stuff is like, I've seen
it's harassment at least. Yeah.
I
don't know. I feel like I feel like I look at people a lot, and I wonder if they feel like that is happening. I don't know. Do you know what I mean? Like, do you guys ever just like watch people, like when you're at work doing something really boring, or like you're not even thinking about it, and you're just like watching someone do whatever they're doing? From a dark, shadowy area. Like, I feel like I get a bad rap for that. Maybe he's misunderstood.
Are you just like just like people watching with like an evil intent?
Be my
like in
friend.
in the shadowy zone.
Sometimes,
they notice you and they're like,
you cut to
No.
You cut to James taking a piss in the bathroom, and he looks over, and I've got like a little James's #1 banner coming out of the shadow, and he's like, "What the fuck?"
No.
Why won't you be my friend, James?
Sometimes you're just spacing out, right? But you're just watching this guy do something, boring, just like their normal life thing,
and then they catch you.
And they catch you from the darkness inside your car, and you've just waited there for hours watching them, waiting for them to get off of work, and they're getting to their car, and then they just caught you watching them get in their car, even though you shouldn't have been there for hours.
Yeah. No, I mean, like, you ever had that though? Like, where you're in a public place and you're just looking around, and then you just lock eyes with someone, and then you like both look away, and then the rest of the night, like, for some reason, you're just like, you just have to keep drifting back over there, and then like looking away again, like, fuck. I'm like, why am I like, what kind of connection? What the fuck happened? Like, this person, I don't care who this human being is, but like,
the different choice is that we've never been caught with the binoculars.
That's true. Yeah. Or with your dick in your hands and the binoculars out.
A lot of stuff to impact from Schweiss today.
Yeah. No, that's different though. This is like very, very forward though. Instead,
I mean,
it's not just forward. It sounds
it's
like
to the left.
Yeah, it's.
Oh yeah. No, it's too much. And with that, it's tough to approach that, because like as dudes, we don't really get that. I mean, sometimes you do. Sometimes you do.
There are people. Normal people get it. They know how to interact socially. Sometimes there's people out there who just don't get it.
Yeah, they don't get the cues.
They see you're pushing them away as kind of like a challenge or an affront to them, and so they'll try harder and then start to blame you for stuff. And you just don't want to be in that situation.
Yeah, I would probably just try to set it straight with them yourself, and then if it keeps going,
I don't know. I think yes.
It sounds like she already has, though.
Yeah, it sounds like, and then this is the type of person who keeps coming back even after you've set them straight.
Yeah, because they're convinced that, like, I don't know, they're convinced that you're wrong with it, and it's like, no, I'm really not. Like, I'm already doing something right now.
Just stay safe
without you.
Try not to. God, Schweiss.
What? No, like it's like I'm already in a relationship. I'm just not interested to be, hanging out with you as your friend, and just don't have time. That's what you got to tell them. You just got to shatter them, Yeah, you got to take them, and you got to drop them from a high point and watch them just splinter into pieces.
I don't think that'll happen in this case.
No, I don't think it will either. It's almost becoming like quasi like obsessed in a way, and it's like, and it's weird because. It's quasi because they don't realize they're obsessed.
Yeah.
And they can become.
A lot.
It's a good word, man. Because it's not really obsession until like it is, and that's what you want to avoid. In this kind of a thing. So yeah, I would just stop. Just don't let them give you anything, because people like that can get super manipulative and, like Cameron said, make you feel like you owe them something or try to do that. I don't know if you're capable of feeling that way, but it doesn't matter because that's probably what it's leading towards, I don't know. What do you do?
I don't know. I don't know how to get you out of the situation.
You just stop talking to the person, and eventually they just give up. Like they should anyway.
Yeah, they should.
Not
if
always,
it's a normal person, they will.
Should.
And that's why I feel like this situation. Maybe we're just looking into it too much, but this situation seems like it could be you're dealing with an individual who's just different in that way, and it's kind of dangerous. And so, do what you need to do to keep yourself safe.
I mean, my thing's always been just I don't know, just kind of deflect. Just don't really talk much to the person, like you just, because I've had chicks do that to me. I've had women do that, and I'm just like, I'm just really not interested, like, at all. And like I'm sorry that I'm not, but like I'm not sorry at the same time. And you just have to kind of like show that you're not interested. And it's worked for me. It doesn't necessarily work for everybody, but I don't know, after a while. And if that doesn't work, then just talk to your boss or talk to somebody above you guys.
And if you have a coworker who you work well with and that you really like, let that person know.
Yeah. Have like a little network of people that like won't let you get fucking chloroformed or whatever.
I mean, I don't want to say. We without knowing this person, we don't want to judge them harshly or unduly, but trust your instincts.
Yeah. If it feels wrong, if it feels like it's getting really fucked up, then it probably is.
Yeah.
Yep. It's your situation. You have to figure it out, but don't talk to the people you need to talk to keep yourself safe. Basically.
Yeah. Well, that was fun. I feel like, man, that we need to have like fun questions. I thought the first guys was going to be fun because those are always fun.
Yeah,
but it's just a funeral.
I think we got too serious on A4s when we should have probably made it a little more funny.
Yeah.
Furry porn. He's totally going to do it.
He is, yeah. I'll pay. I'm just supporting a creator, that's
You'll pay?
all. Well, no, I'm just supporting him.
You're going to get your own persona, Schweiss?
Yeah, I'll get mine. Yeah, you know you want to see it, Cameron.
You're gonna do it as a hog?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yes, I am.
There isn't... Yeah. I was going to say, with our jukebox room, we have a little hog bot, and I wanted to find a picture of the hog with gleaming red eyes that would, as a GIF, I could make his picture, but there isn't anything like that out there. The closest I could find, like a cool hog, is from Princess Mononoke.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Sweet hog.
And I might just need to find a GIF of that, but there's not too much hog art where it's just like the hog is like this powerful being.
Yeah, it's just not really a revered symbol like it should be.
No, it is, but like with the Nords and the not Nords, with what's it called? the Nordic belief system, Odin stuff. Some of the not Valkyries, some of the berserkers would revere a hog, and then they would have that as their berserker animal. And so there's actually some belief in that, but not too much art.
Yeah, that's too bad. That's what you should do. Don't do furry art. Do hog art. That's what you
Nothing
focus
but the
on.
hog.
Yeah, just
do the hog's work.
Do the hog's work. Yeah, or like furry hogs, like Cameron was getting at.
No,
yeah.
Craig was getting at the furry
Get those
hog.
chunkers, those chunker fursonas. It's fucking hog.
No, I don't think boars are fat. They're just pure.
That's
muscle,
true. Boars aren't,
basically.
but yeah, and we've kind of more associated with
pigs
the boar
pigs are
end
more the fatter.
Yeah.
More of the boar end as opposed to the pig end, for sure. I mean, although the pig is just so much more available,
Exactly.
They have like you can't change your Facebook like button into a fucking
Schweiss's furry is a
boar.
teacup pig.
Yeah.
One of those tiny little things.
Yeah, make it happen. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for listening. You guys have anything else? Good?
No.
Cool?
Yeah.
All right. Thanks so much for listening from the shadows, and we will talk to you guys again. We'll talk to you guys again next week. Make sure you send in your questions. We're all out now. 385-204-3921. That's 385-204-3921. See you guys next week.
Yourselves and give up on the world.
Every puzzle has an answer.
Dumbass. Kick logic out and do the impossible. Remember that.
I'm glad I met you guys. You made me pick up on things I probably would have just gone on ignoring.